Hey people, it's Steel Gamer with a quick video I wanted to make regarding the latest subject that everybody seems to be talking about and bitching about on YouTube and on forums, which is how Electronic Arts deleted somebody's account and all of their games on it. Now, I want to be clear that I'm not defending a game company. I'm just stating exactly how it is because I say it a bunch of times on my YouTube channel, and all anybody does is say, you're a troll, blah, blah, and nobody fucking wants to listen to anything that I say until shit like this fucking happens. And then people who've actually targeted me for saying troll and everything else after I've explained this somehow now shut their mouths after this stuff happens. So I want to be clear about something. Valve is one of the worst fucking services you can have for games. It really needs to be removed completely from the gaming industry altogether because they are the most corrupted, unethical, and one business and a business that does more illegal activity and allows more copyright infringement than Ubisoft, EA, Blizzard, and Rockstar combined. So all these people and all of you assholes that praise Valve need to get a fucking clue. So that brings me to the point here. And again, I'm not defending companies. I'm simply stating how it is. And this is the shit that everybody, again, says I'm a friggin' troll on. Electronic Arts, Blizzard, Rockstar, Ubisoft, all have one thing in common. All of them own their own service. They own everything on the service. And they own the fucking games on the service. It's theirs to do whatever they want with. When people have something like this happen, they try to say, well, EA or this or that had no business doing that. Yeah, actually, they do have a business doing that. Any company that owns everything on the service, including the service itself, can automatically just shut your account off without notification, and they don't owe you jack shit. Nobody owns the games on their service. They rent them. The rental agreement states, we have a right to shut your account down with or without cause, with or without notice, at any time we want. Period. I paraphrase that, but that's what it says. People think you have to have a reason. No, not having a reason in itself is a reason. Now, the difference between Valve and all these other companies is Valve does not own everything on their service. Valve is one of the most immoral, unethical, ridiculous businesses that does more illegal activity and has more copyright infringement than the rest of them combined. So I don't know what the fuck people are saying Valve is so great for. Valve can also shut your fucking account down as well. However, the difference is Valve doesn't actually have the authorization to shut down accounts because the games on them don't belong to Valve. And again, this is the shit that everyone's like, oh, you're a troll, you don't know what I'm talking about. EA doesn't need to give you a reason. Rockstar doesn't need to give you a reason. They can ban anybody or completely remove their account. They can shut the friggin' service down and nobody can play anything in existence, and they are perfectly well within their right to do that. Would it be a stupid business practice? Yes. But that has nothing to do with the fact that they are absolutely 100% total in control of everything. Don't need to give you a reason. That's the bottom fucking line with this. I don't know what the fuck people are bitching and moaning about. And that brings me to the final point before I close this video. Every single person that says that you don't like these services, but yet you like Valve, have to go through these fucking services anyway when you buy your games. The difference between a AAA title that Origin owns and the rest of the services is that you cannot purchase EA games on Steam anymore. EA yanked their account with Valve. All these game companies allow Valve the privilege of using and selling their games. Valve does not own them. People act like Valve starts this stuff and then has to give other companies permission to run their games off of Valve servers. Wrong. Valve is the bottom part in this and gets permission from everybody else to be allowed to run their games. So Valve is not top of the chain here like people think it is. These games are already used, these services. They're built with these services, and then they are given to Valve. And people who freaking don't get the concept of, if you buy, let's take Grand Theft Auto 5 for example. If you buy Grand Theft Auto 5 through Valve, what you've done is you've now caused a game that already has its own service to run now require a useless secondary service. Because for all of the uninformed, when you purchase a AAA game that already is on another platform through Steam or through Valve, the only thing you are doing is having Valve launch or Steam launch the other launcher of the fucking game for you, and then it sits there doing absolutely nothing. Except, instead of being able to run the game only with the service that the game comes with, now the game will refuse to launch unless you have Steam running. You just fucked yourself. And everyone's like, well, that's not really a big deal. It has nothing to do with being a big deal. It has to do with you being a complete fucking moron to now have this game that requires already one service, that only needs one service, to now require a second one for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Trying to hide behind, oh, I want all my games in one library, is a fucking retarded comment. It has nothing to do with the fact that a game that already in a AAA title already has its service has no relevance or reference to Steam at all in any way, shape, or form. So when you launch a AAA title through Steam that already has its own service, Steam is now launching the launcher of the game, which in turn then launches the game. You cannot use the game without the service that the game requires. People saying, well, I don't like these services. You have no choice but to use the service, whether you get it by yourself or whether you get it through Steam. You still have to use the service. If you fucking don't like these services, stop purchasing them through Steam like it matters. You are, whether it just doesn't, if you're retarded for having to run the game service, but run it through Steam first. What the fuck are you doing? The game service is running regardless of whether you have Steam or not. Why the fuck are you causing an additional platform to have to be run that literally does nothing except launch the other launcher and then sit there and do nothing? But now, on top of that, you've literally locked your game out, preventing it from being run without Steam as well as the service. So this is the shit that people are like, well, you're getting mad about this. I'm not getting mad about it. You're just fucking retarded. Who in their fucking right mind does that? So I'm just going to end it with anybody bitching and moaning that a server shut their stuff off. You have no right to bitch and moan because you agreed to let them do it in the first place. Period. That's the end of discussion on this. So that's really all I had to say about this. Teal Gamer signing off. Have a good day.